Okay, Emily, so you set the foundation to your paper back in the summer and you got a really strong C, 137, so that's excellent. You haven't estimated what you've got here, so it'd be interesting to see how well you do. Good. Full marks on the first question. Fantastic. What do we got there? 3, 6, 8, 19. Full marks on the first page. Great start. 67 is correct. Now then, what are we doing here? So you've got that in the wrong order, unfortunately. It's not what you need to do. First of all, you need to be taking 4 off the 88 and dividing that by 7, not what you've done. You've changed what you've got there. So the value of the term we know is 88. That's equal to 7 times what we're trying to find. I'll call it n plus 4. So it's an equation. First thing we need to do is get rid of the add 4. We do that by taking 4 off both sides, which means you end up with 84 on that side and just 7 times n on that side. Then to get the n and so on, we've got to get rid of the times 7. We do that by dividing by 7, which we write like that, and 84 divided by 7 is 12. So no marks for that. Those are correct, but what they're looking for really is for you to lay that out in some form of tab. Oh, sorry, you have. That's perfect. Nothing wrong with that. I'll shut up. 4. Frequency, sport, beautiful. Full marks. Now, for this one, the mode isn't 16. 16 tells you which one is the most popular, which is rugby. So the answer isn't 16, the answer is rugby. 42 centimeters is correct, and 54 square centimeters is also correct. So 10 marks to that page. Very well done. 6x is correct, 66 is correct, and that's correct. This one isn't. Okay, you're looking for an angle of 54 degrees. 54 degrees is going to take you up there. So you're a long way off your angle, and you are actually 9 centimeters. So you're going to lose the mark for the angle, you're going to get the 9 centimeters, and you've made a triangle. So even though it's completely different to where it should be, you are going to get 2 out of 3 marks, and reflex is correct as well. So 9 for the page. The volume question isn't right with you. What you need to, we will certainly be working on questions like this in the coming weeks, but for now, if you take a look how I've explained that on the video and see if it makes sense to you. This question, you would use tracing paper. I didn't give you any tracing paper to do the test because I forgot to bring it down. So if you look at how I do that on the video clip, I'm sure that in future you'll be able to do that okay. Those symmetries are correct. Right, with this question, just check your points. So your points are slightly out, which means that you've miscalculated what each little square should be worth. In this direction, well, as you've done there, those you can see are going up in 2s. In this direction, they're going up in 1s. So 114.43 is in the right place there, but it needs to be 1 square higher there. 85.32 is again, that's 85.31. Yours needs to be 1 higher, and that one is okay. You've drawn the line through, so out of the 2 marks you will get 1 for that. And then all you need to do to use it is, if you wanted to work out what a rock weighing 40 was on Earth, you would read across and down. So you would do the same for 370, but it goes off the page. So what you would do is read off 37 and then times your answer by 10. 2 marks for that. 10 out of 16 is correct. Now it's well worth you looking at my explanation for the rest of this question, because it comes up very often, and then practice some yourselves. Go to my topics on Jones the Sum and find the topic called Games of Chance and practice those, and they're always worth a lot of marks, and once you get your head around them they're quite easy. That's right, well done. Sorry, so 5 for the page. 54 is correct. Good. Now for this one, it's a different angle property that you need to know, and it's that this shape, four-sided shapes, quadrilaterals, always add up to 360. So if you take those 3 values away from 360, it gives you that missing angle there, which you can then take away from 180, because it's on a straight line, to get y. Your scatter looks good. Your line shouldn't go through that point. It should only go between or just beyond the 2 furthest most points. It's positive correlation, and on yours 90 is about, as you say, 435. So you're going to lose 1 mark for your line of best fit, because it should stop around there, and then you'll get the mark for that. It's 2, 4, 6 for the page. To work that out, take a value off the graph which is easy to work with. So pick 100. 100 people would spend 500 reading off your graph, so each of them would spend 500 divided by 100, which would be a fiver. Okay, so then we're on to the bills question. That is excellent. That is excellent. So the mistake that you've then made here is that shouldn't be 4, it should be 440, and then that should be 880. So it's not asking you to estimate, it's actually telling you to work it out. So your percentage method is right, but your answer is wrong. And then your communication, well, you're not really clearly explaining what maths you're doing here. You are making the conclusion, and you are correctly saying for the long term that's that. So as far as your quality of communication is concerned, out of 3, I would say probably you're going to get no more than 1 for how you've laid that out. So 2, 4, 6 out of 9 there. That's correct. When the 13's on its own, that has a little index as well, and it would just be 1. So I'll give you the 3 marks for that. That's not the right explanation. We're going to look at questions like that on Monday. This, watch how I explain it on the video clip. Basically, it's properties of straight lines, and knowing that that shape is a special type of triangle and what the properties of that are. 3 for the page. So let's see what you get. So you didn't estimate for me, no. 19, 23, 33, 42, 44, 47, 52, 58, 64, 67. So 67 is a strong C. Okay, so long as you can maintain that level of work, you're going to get a C, no problem at all. Now, we got plenty of time to practice between now and November, so that's only likely to get better. So I'm really, really pleased with that. Well done, Emily.